Americans in their 30s are piling on debt, and it's not just people in their 30s. Let's be really, really honest. However, I am a mid-30-year-old something. I was graduating Michigan State when the great financial crisis happened, seeing it with my own eyes. And that was a wake-up call. I was very politically inclined, very politically motivated for 10 years, a liberty constitutionalist person. I generally sided with the Republican side because I thought those are the people that at least jawboned, I guess, as a naive middle schooler, high schooler, and then into college kid thinking, hey, this is the side that is for this. It's the party of Abraham Lincoln, and it's the Republic, the Republicans, since we're a republic, this is, everything fit, right? But as I really started to learn, especially during the great financial crisis, the truth and that the money, you show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome, that it's not, as Nolan Bowerley says, it's not follow the science. That's the dumbest thing on earth you can say. It's follow the money. Follow the money is the only term that you need to know. It's the only phrase that you need to know. Once you follow the money, you can understand everything. This fits right into Americans in their 30s are piling on debt. So the financial crisis, George Bush's side, the Republicans started it, and then Obama came in and finished it off. Right? The one guy lined everyone up on the platform, put the rope around the neck, and then Obama, they came in and then dropped the floor out. That was how the game was played. So me seeing that, then I started to open my eyes to, oh my gosh, this is both sides. What are we doing here? This is both sides of the spectrum that is screwing us over. We are totally done for. So seeing that as someone graduating, and then seeing my future wife, who had people in the next few years that were graduating law school with her, getting $20,000-$25,000 job offers as lawyers. I mean, again, showing you there's supply and demand in work as well, right? There's too many lawyers. We have too many lawyers, but the job market just getting decimated as well because of the fiat currency, because the unproductive class broke the money, a century plus ago with the Federal Reserve, and now they're enslaving people by printing currency and through the stealth inflation that no one sees. No one asked for it. Right? Taxation without representation. So people from all walks of life are piling debt on it in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s, in their 60s, 70s. And they said the overall burden is more for an age group. Well, they're the ones that really stepped into nothing initially and were in a recession, and then now have experienced another one 10 years later, just constantly getting hammered. And if you're not in alternative assets, if you're not in other things, it's not financial advice, it's freedom advice, then you're getting screwed. You're getting absolutely hammered. If you've just been in stocks, and maybe you're fortunate enough to get some real estate, and you have little stocks, again, we've showed this before, it's only going sideways. With all the central bank printing in the world, you've only managed to just keep up and just go sideways over the last, because you have to divide the amount of printing divided by the price of those assets. When it shows, actually, when you do that, it goes sideways. People think like, oh, my house is worth $100,000 more. No, it's not. Your life now is also 5 times more expensive. Your house might be a couple, 100% more price or 200% in price, but you are now paying 500% more for eggs, or 1,000% more for eggs, or whatever it is, or whatever. So like your life has gone up more, and your wages have gone even down in some cases, but wages have gone up just a fraction compared to what the prices have gone up. So everyone has overall become poorer and poorer. Especially if you're holding fiat. Like I said, if you're holding fiat, you are a serf to the state. You are not sovereign. You're not free. You are a serf. You're paying in a monopoly currency that the government is telling you have to pay in, but it's worth nothing. So you're playing this shell game, holding a liability you think is an asset on your balance sheet. Completely opposite. That's why you have 30-somethings paying out their eyeballs in credit card debt, in interest. This family, again, it's a quick little things I don't subscribe to it, but the headline was the most important part, obviously. Their credit card debt, where they have $20,000 or $40,000 in credit card debt, and they're trying to hopefully do some fun things with their family. Heaven forbid, they have a family of a couple people. I'm sure that they've been working for 15 years, and they can't get ahead. They still can't get ahead because the currency is broken, and that's not going to change. This is why I advocate for being sovereign, removing yourself from the system. Bitcoin, gold, silver, food, energy, water, security, firearms, ammo, land, and building community of like-minded people. What we're doing here. This is huge. What is going on? And this goes right into this. Mortgage demand from home buyers drops to a 28-year low. Well, why do you think that is? When you have rates moving all around, when you have the millennials that are really becoming the biggest buyer of assets, they have no money. They have no wealth. So how are they going to do anything? Well, when you have rates going up and a generation who can't buy anything already, you're going to have massive drops in real estate. And I don't know if it's going to happen again more in the next 6-12 months, but in the coming years, it's going to happen big time. More and more people, and I've seen this even years ago, the rental rates, what people project, 50% of the nation will be renters. Right now, it's like 35% of the nation are renters. 33, 38, 39% of renters. It's going to be 50% by the end of the decade. This is the whole, you'll own nothing and be happy. This is Klaus Schwab, the Great Reset. They want you to own nothing. This is why they're squeezing you with property taxes, squeezing you with the rates going up and moving that all around, debasing the currency. So now everything goes up in price and your standard of living goes down. So eventually, the game is they want to own everything, the unproductive class, the 1/10 of 1%, and then everyone else are serfs. We're halfway there. We're getting there. And if we keep going down this road, if we don't stand in the face of evil, then this will continue to happen. And this goes off 20 years of experience of me reading books like this, The Conspirators' Hierarchy, The Committee of 300. So this is exactly what's happening. Great Reset, The Great Narrative. Reading, the George Orwell's 1984, The Brave New World, right? We have all these books. We have the documentaries. We have the books from people on the inside telling us what's happening and what is actually going on. So this is very obvious, very clear that this is going to happen. And at the end of the day, I think that, in my opinion, they're not going to let the bottom truly drop out until they have CBDCs ready. They want full, total slaves. They want the social credit system. They want this in America, in the West. This is how you control everything and everyone. And they've said it from the beginning. Another book, Skousen's book, The Naked Communist, talking about the 45 bullet points that the communists said, we're going to destroy America from the inside. Promote promiscuity, we're going to break the family, we're going to infiltrate the education system, infiltrate one of the political parties, we're going to infiltrate Hollywood, and on and on and on. You can go back almost a year ago, I did a video going through the 45 bullet points in his book, and what the communists said they're going to do, the collectivists, the people who have no intention for your betterment at all. They want power and control. That's all they want. They use collectivism as a scapegoat. They use it as their cloak to do what they want to do and take your freedoms away. That's all this is for. That's what the Klaus Schwabs, these people, they will use the good naturedness of people to really get by and obfuscate reality. Because the average person thinks, you know what, these people don't. They're doing great things. This is amazing. It's beautiful. They're talking about climate and all these different things. Yet they're flying around in their private jets. And you got people like Bill Gates saying, well, I offset it way more than I do. And the just narcissistic nature of these people. Dr. Tolbooth himself. So I'm going to get off my pedestal here. I thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I wanted just to highlight this, that we have a massive problem. And debt is enslavement. Bonds themselves, the root form of bondage. So you're buying a bond, you're saying, hey, government, please tax me in the future to pay off these bonds. Hey, tax my children in the future to pay off these bonds. That's all you're doing. It's literally an electrical strip plugged into itself. That's it. So that's why bonds will crumble. Bitcoin will take out bonds. Money is equity. Bonds are credit. They're debt. We have a debt-based system. The dollar is debt. It's not backed by anything. An equity-based system would be something like a Bitcoin, hyper-Bitcoinization, or if you're on a gold standard or a silver standard, that would be actual equity. We don't have that. We have exactly opposite. So until people wake up from their stupor and understand they're being screwed by their money, by their monetary system, saving liabilities they think are assets, saving fiat currency, dollars, pesos, yen, until they start understanding that, you will become poorer and poorer and poorer. But there's great opportunity. Like we said, there's great opportunity for people to stand in the face of evil and get independent, get resilient, and remove the power they have. A peaceful transition, a peaceful protest of, I'm going to buy Bitcoin, I'm going to have a little bit of gold and silver, food storage, energy, water, guns, ammo, security, and land, and building that community. That's how we get through this together and actually prosper and thrive on the backside. So I appreciate you coming to my TED Talk, and please share this out. The algorithm cannot stand truth. The algorithm hates truth. So please help me build this community with like-minded people. And I hope 10,000 times as many people start doing this and start standing in the face of evil. Because that's what it is. Satan is always creeping around the earth trying to take souls. That's it. And really it manifests in politics a lot, quite honestly, and trying to take power from everyone else. That's what governments are doing. We're in a cultural war. So please share this out. This is not financial advice. This is freedom advice. Please share this out. I appreciate your time and energy. It's the most important asset we have. Time is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is time. And in doing that, we take power away from the grifters, the rent seekers, and the parasites. Look forward to seeing you on the next one.